how you guys all are doing. Hello everyone, welcome to the second workshop of Spark. Lakshat Pandit side from your Spark trainer, and yesterday we have conducted one workshop where we have talked about a little about Spark, what are the benefits, how you can get started with this Spark, and what are the future aspects of the Spark, and everything. So this is the second one, a little bit more cool concept. I won't be saying them advanced concept because these are the everything in this Spark is very fun to learn, and there is nothing access like some levels or something like that. This is the best part about this Spark because it's very easy to get started and it's very easy to frame everything at the right place. So how you guys are doing? So if anyone has it, hello Abhishek. If anyone has created any Spark effects, just let me know in the comment section. Do share the link to me. I'll also try your Spark effect, and I'll also share the Spark effect in my community too. So if anyone has created something, let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, so also, if someone has any doubts regarding the previous workshop that we have done yesterday, just let me in the comment section because this is the learn your program, and you would be this workshop will be available to you every time. But you can just right now I'm like present here. You can just ask anything, whatever you want to me. So guys, let's get started. So today I'm gonna tell you a little bit more good concepts that might be useful for you when you will be when you think like when. So let's suppose like you have to put something on in your background. So how will you will do that? So I'm gonna teach you that today. So I'm really sorry, I'm having a bad throat today, so just accept my apologies. So let's get started. I hope my screen is visible to you. Just let me know in the comment section if my screen is visible to you all. So let's get started. This is my Spark. I'll just click on the Spark. Open up your Spark, and we will be talking about segmentation part. What is segmentation, and how you can just make a clone of yourself. So if you want to make a clone of yourself, you can just also. So I have already explained all these terms, these experiences, these templates, and everything yesterday. So today I'm gonna, directly going to open the blank project. Because I'm teaching you from very basics, so I'm going to teach you from very basics. Yeah. So let's get started. This is what Spark workspace looks like. So I've already told you what are these properties and everything. So these are some, you can see everything in front of your screen. So yes, now you can see me in the simulator. So this is the simulator basically. So this is the simulator me in the simulator because I'm using my camera. So some people might be thinking like, why I can't use the same camera. So suppose if you will be showing in future, so because I'm using two cameras. One is one external camera for the StreamYard, one is for my laptop camera for the Spark Studio. Now when when you're talking about the segmentation part and everything, some cloning type of thing, then you have to keep in your mind. Then you can't do anything. You can't, suppose you can't create a copy of viewport. You have only one single screen. Now what you can do, you can just copy the texture that it is having. You can copy what your camera is seeing. So suppose if my camera is seeing my hand, so it will just copy my hand, it will paste it to here, how it sounds. So let's get started. So now first of all, for today's session, I'm gonna click on the plus object icon. I'm gonna I need a, what do you guys say, that rectangle. So I'll search for the rectangle. I'll click enter on it. You can see rectangle over here. Now you will see this rectangle is just covering this much screen of my laptop. This much screen, a small grid it's covering. But I want this grid to cover, this rectangle to cover the entire screen. So how I can achieve this? So it's very easy to do this. Like you can just check it out in the, by select your rectangle that you want to resize. Go to this rectangle. You can also do like, obviously you can also do like this, but I'm not gonna do like this because you don't know the relative size and everything. What I'm going to do, I will go to the properties option. Okay. Now as you can see, there are a bunch of options where this is layer. So basically you will just, so if you will just try to play more with this Spark, then you will understand these layers concept. Right now I'm just, if I'll this, first of all, you can see overhead some visible button. If you just click on it, unclick it, click on it, or something like this, so you can see Right now it's visible. If I just if I can make, so yeah, that's totally up to you how you want to do this. Now you can see that there is an option width and height. Now if you change the width to fill width and fill height to fill height, now you can see now it is covering the entire screen, but my face is being covered by this rectangle. Okay, now how to put myself put something on my screen. So first of all, the first step I'll do is I'll just rename this to person. Okay, so then the next thing I will do is, as I already mentioned in the yesterday's session, that this is my body structure. I need a skin on that to wear anything, because without a skin it's can't possible to survive. So we need a skin. So that's why we need a skin. That's why where we are going to put the textures and assets, everything. So in order to so I'll just go to click on the materials icon. I'll just plus it. You can see over here one material will be added to your screen. Now yesterday I told you that I'll just explain these shader types and everything to you. So what are these shader types, and what is this flat means, what is this standard means, so what is this physically based and everything. So basically when you can see right now, if I'll just choose the flat option, right now it's kind of gray kind of thing, but as soon as I'll just click on the flat option, you can see it's pure white, it's extreme white in color. So how these shader type properties makes the difference. So basically flat is being used, you have to use the flat shader type property when you don't care about the light where you are presented, when you don't care about the light, you don't care about anything. Suppose you don't care about if you are in a if you are outside the room, if you are inside the room, if you are in a dark place, if you are in a bright place. So if you don't care about light, if your air filter is not requires the light, then you have to go with the flat. Now and also in the flat shader type there is no reflection, because you can just, it's like opaque medium. Flat is like opaque medium, and standard there is some sort of reflection to some extent, you can say. And standard also possesses some uh, metallicness and everything. So suppose in standard you definitely you need the light where metallicness properties present. Next comes the physically based. So suppose if you are in a where light plays a major role in the physically based. So if you are if you are a light environment, if you are a dark environment, if your light source is sun, if your light source is a light bulb, so it totally when it varies, your air filter varies in terms of physically based, then you have to use physically based. Next is face paint. You can see it will paint your face, something like this. It will just simply paint your face, that's it. Now what does this blended means? Now blended, see, most people are thinking it's something looking like a flat property, but no, blended is not the flat property. So what blended means is, you guys must have the blender in your home, mixer, grinder, blender and everything. So what did blenders do? Suppose you have to make a milkshake or something like that, so you have to put some mango, some cashew, some some milk and everything in it. So you have to pour in it. Now you are just blending everything, you are just mixing everything. Sorry. So that's what the blended means here. Now your face texture, the color of your face, and the your environment texture and your texture will be blended, mixed kind of stuff. Now the shader asset, this is kind of little bit add using the shader asset. So I'll just rename it to person. So what if you have to so now in order to copy yourself, as I mentioned, you have to make a copy of yourself. So you have to go to camera option. So what we have done so far, those who have joined lead, I'm just repeating the steps. First you have to go to this plus icon, search for rectangle, click enter, then go to this person rectangle. There will be a material option in the right hand side of your properties panel. Click on the plus icon, you will see the material over here. If you want to rename it, you can just rename it also. Now was the next thing that you have to do over here is basically the you have to click on the camera. Now as soon as you will click on the camera, you will see bunch of properties of the camera: texture extraction, camera depth extraction, segmentation. Now what if you have to click on the camera extraction, the plus icon that is in front of texture extraction, click on that plus icon. Now why is this camera texture? This camera texture means whatsoever your camera can see, whatsoever your camera can watch. Suppose my camera is watching me, my face and everything, so it will just copy that thing. Getting it? This is how this is what camera texture will do. Now, what the segmentation will do? You can see if I'm just clicking on the segmentation part, you can just see person, hair, skin. Now, what the segmentation? It will just segment the person or the hair or the skin from the background. For this AR filter, you have to click on the segmentation and the person. Okay. Now go to materials, your person material, click the texture to camera texture. Now you can see this thing. You will be able to see yourself in the screen in the simulator. Now what's next? You can see what it has been, what was the use case, what we has done so far. Now if I'll just click on this rectangle that we have created, you will see this blue rectangle will highlight it. Now if I'll just change the position a little bit, you can see the two, it has cloned the camera has cloning everything what is in your screen. It's just like cloning everything. Getting it? So this is what we have done using that camera texture. That camera texture that we have done, this camera texture is just cloning everything. On the left hand side is the original one. On the right hand side is the what you guys can say, the cloned one. Now if you will just if you will just create one more rectangle, okay, if you will just give it to fill width and fill height, and you will just make another material and just rename it to BG. We'll just rename it to BG. Now okay, first of all, I'll just put this like this. So now you can see myself over here and the person. Now where is that background? I have imported one more rectangle, but where is that background that I have imported? I can't see that background. Now in order to see that background, you have to go to your person material, activate the alpha, okay, and choose the texture to the segmentation. Now you can see it has segmented yourself from the background. See, we have segmented the person thing. We have, when we were extracting this camera from this camera, we have chosen person segmentation. Getting my point? So now it is just extracting that person from the background. Now if I'll just put some texture to this, if I'll just do this like okay, I want this. If I'll just give some texture to my background, so what it's gonna do, suppose something like this. I'll decrease the opacity, something, you can see the blue environment over my back. So this is the funda of, you can say, whoa. You can see what I have done. I have so there are 3 layers present. What are these 3 layers? I'm just deleting. I will tell you everything from very scratch again. So there are 3 things that you can see over your over your Spark yet in order to put something on your background. What are these 3 things? There are 3 layers specifically. First is your original layer. This one is your original layer. This is your background. This phone that this phone is depicting the background, and just wait for a second, guys. And this right hand is just showing the, you can say, the segmented part. Getting it? This is the original thing. This, my phone, is the background, and this is the copied one. Now you can just understand why with this chronology also. So what I have done specifically, so suppose I'll just open some folder in my laptop. Okay, I'll just go to desktop. Now if you can see if I'm just clicking on this personal icon, okay, I have gone through, there is a folder. So there is a, okay, let's understand like this. So there is a folder named cloud in my desktop. I'll copy this thing. I'll copy this. I'll go to this. I'm sorry. I'll open this, cloud folder. There is another folder that is named learning of cloud. Now, what if I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it like here. Now you can see this is being pasted over here. But if I have pasted it over here, it doesn't mean that learning of cloud isn't there. So understand it like this. This learning of cloud is your original layer. This desktop is your background, and the copied learning of cloud is the cloned one. Getting it? So we have created 3 layers while we have, so I'm just going to repeat these steps again. So just follow me, guys. What I'm gonna do is basically, so those who have joined late, I'm just following the steps again. Right now, I don't have anything in my Spark. I just everything is empty. You can see. I'll go to this plus option. I'll search for a rectangle. Now, what I will do? Now I'll just rename it to BG. I'll just and yeah, and I'll just put another rectangle. I'll just rename it to person. Again, fill width and fill height. Now, if you'll just click on this BG option, we have to do we need a material. Again, for the person thing, we need a material. We need 2 materials. For the person, for the BG person, I'll just rename this to BG and person, so that I won't get confused. Okay. Now again, the shader type is going to be the flat, and okay. Now I will go to camera. I'll click on texture extraction. I'll go to segmentation. I'll click on person texture extraction. Okay, because I want to segment the person from the background. If you want to play with the hair, or if you want to I'm sorry, if you want to segment the hair of a person from the background, then you have to go with hair segmentation. Okay, now you can see, if I'll just go to this person, I'll just choose the camera texture and texture. Now I'll just go to this BG. Right now I don't have any texture over here, so I'll just copy something like I'll just put something from my background. So suppose what image we can just choose for the effect. So suppose if you want to this Chennai, just I'll just simply drag and drop this into the Spark here. You can see this Chennai thing over here. So you can see this Chennai thing over here. Now what I will do, I'll just go to this background. Okay, background material. I'll choose this to Chennai. Now you can see I am being segmented, and I have put it something on my background, and I am copied my person. So suppose in case you want to make a different multiple clones of yours, how to do that? You can see this person option. Right click on it, duplicate. So I'll just decrease the size 0.5. You can see this. If you again just click on the duplicate, you can just make as many as you can just make as many as copy you want. You can see 3 of me. Okay, so you can just make 10, you can just make 20, 100, whatever you want. So this is the exact approach to understand this. So yeah, so this is about the now in case if anyone, hey Nikhil, I'm sorry. So in this option, in case if anyone pardon, has any doubts or anything, so let me know. Now this image, you can just put any image over here. So suppose what if you want animation on your background? Right now I have told you to put something on your background related to that is this is the PNG image. Okay, I'll just delete this PNG image. What if I want to put something on my background that is that is kind of an animation? Again, I'll just click on this BG. I'll go to the texture option. You can see an option over here, new animation sequence. Click on this new animation sequence. I'll just rename it to BG animation, background animation specifically. I'll go to texture, choose files. I'll just choose some files from my laptop. So if I'll just choose some files from my laptop, you can see. Now it will take some seconds to load the animation sequence. What I have done is created another animation sequence, and I'm just putting some textures. Right now you can see this. the animation is being imported. Now the speed is very fast. This is very fast. I'll just, if I want to decrease the speed a little bit, I'll just click on one. Now you can see. And if you want to decrease the size of this person option also, you can just do this also, like this. This is also a filter that you can create, a Mahadev filter, something like this, some animation on your background or something like this. I'm sorry. So this is pretty much about the segmentation part and everything. Now, if anyone has any doubt, I'm just deleting everything from my Spark. If anyone has any doubts, so just let me know in the comment section. I'd be very happy to take up your doubts now. So no one has any doubts, guys? Guys, please let me know if you have any doubts or queries or something like that. Otherwise, we can, I'll just tell you some cool, a little bit more obvious things. So yeah, I guess no one has any doubts. So perfect. So what we can do is, we have still a little bit time left with us. So what we will do is, basically, I'll just make another filter for you all. I'll just import some face mesh. Now you can see some face mesh over my face. I'll click on the material. I'm looking for some of the, I'm looking for something that I could put on my face or something like that. So what I can just put on my face, I'm not sure. So let's color it. Let's not, go to that option. So you can just make a mask or something like this. So if you just standard property, and if we will choose the physically based and just increase the metallic property, or if you want to make it something a glow kind of filter, you can just decrease the opacity or something like that. So how I can just decrease opacity, something like this. I can make my face blue. If you are a Hulk fan, you can also make your face green. So the choice is totally yours, what you want to create and how you want to create. Okay. If you want to a kind of skin smoothing, right now you can see a rough skin of mine. I'll just skin smoothing, something kind of stuff. So you can make a skin smoothing also. So this is totally up to your choice, what you want to create, how you want to create. And this is the power. This is the best part of the Sparker. And if you will, I'll just give you a quick look about the Sparker, how what is happening in the Sparker word, you can say. If you are able to see this thing, so suppose I'm just telling you this Spark here. So if you are not getting any kind of idea like what to do, how to do, and where to put something, so where you can just get insights from the gallery option also. You can see there are a bunch of filters that has been created by the creators globally. So these are the filters that global creators has created. You can see entire world under the Starbucks or something like this. So swoosh filter, beauty filter, golden sparks, and this distortion filter. That's something like a kind of dividing the filter and something like this. So yeah, you can do a bunch of things. You can just get inspiration from here, and you can just make anything whatever you want. This is totally up to your choice. So this is face deformation. So yes, we have a lots of things in here. You can just check it out. If you want to meet more creators, you can just check this link out over here. We have a lots of creators over here who are doing some amazing, super amazing work in the AR industry, something like this, and you can just try out these filters and everything. So thank you guys. if I guess no one has any doubts, so we can just wrap the session up here, right here. So this is my LinkedIn ID. In case I have seen some of the queries, I have resolved some of the queries. I don't exactly remember the name, if that guy was from your college or not, I'm not sure, but I used to get lots of queries on LinkedIn, like how to do this, how to do this. So I used to set and resolve all those queries. So please you know allow me some time. I'll definitely, if you have messaged me, then I will definitely get I'll definitely reply to you. Don't get worried. You can just text to me anytime, whenever you want. What's the schedule for classes? Nikhil, there are no schedule for the classes. We were having two classes only. We were having two workshops only, and this is the second workshop. This is the last workshop, Nikhil. We don't have any workshops now. So in case you want to join some more workshop, you can just connect with me, or you can just subscribe the Reskill up YouTube channel, because there are lots of creators who come up every time to reskill. Sometimes me, sometimes other creators who are giving some incredible insights about the Spark AI and everything. So yes, this is pretty much about the Spark AI thing now. And guys, trust me, Spark AI could lead you to the best way. It could take you to the top level that you have ever imagined of. So just make your hands dirty with the Spark, I'll suggest, and make more and more filters. And so yes, so this is the submission. I'm just giving the submission form link to you all. So guys, this is the submission form link that you have to fill. Okay, that you have to submit your AR effect and info about the hackathon. So the hackathon is going to be conducted for your college only, because we don't want any kind of, you can say, yes, definitely, Nikhil, you will be getting a certification from Meta from this workshop. And about the hackathon, guys, make some awesome filters that we have created. Like, so right now, I just told you some basic things, some 3D glasses and everything. So if you'll just create, mix of both these things, if you can just, what you can do is, you can go to YouTube, you can check out some. So if I'll just show you something, so let me just quickly show you something. So if you will see, if you will go to YouTube now, you will, and just search for the Spark here. This is the, so you can see, yeah, so this is a hack for you all. You can see like 17 minutes, 8 minutes, 1 minute, 4 minutes, 8 minutes. So if you will just go to the EJ's tutorials, he just make everything for under 5 minutes. So small videos are there. You can check if we have failed yesterday. Do we? No. Sumit, like, just like, you can just submit as many as filters you want. It's not like you can submit only one filter. So if you have created some more filters, then you can just submit. It's not mandatory, but if you want to submit that, you can submit also. Okay, this is totally your choice. And about the, okay, I was talking about the hackathon. So guys, do participate in the hackathon. Some amazing, super amazing prizes are there from the Facebook. And Facebook, this is the best time to be in the limelight, in the Facebook eye. You have to be, even Facebook, some Facebook judges will be there in the final hackathon. So make some awesome, any query, any doubt, any kind of filter, just let me know in the comment section. I'll take up your doubts. I'll solve your queries, every query that you are facing. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining in. If any other doubts you have, just let me know in the comment section. Any other doubts, guys? Any other doubts? And also, guys, also let me know, like Sumit, Nikhil, Meet, so many folks are over here. So let me know what's your feedback about this workshop? Like, do you really enjoy this workshop or not? Or how you are going to go with this workshop ahead? And I guess you missed the first workshop yesterday. So I already told you about the, if you are looking for something remote, if you are also looking, so what you can do, if you want to go with the brands, and if you want to, work with some brands, if you want to work with any company, then you can also work with a lots of company in the Spark here. And it's very easy to earn money using the Spark here. Just for making one face filter, you can charge up to $250 or $300. So I used to charge that for making any basic filter for any kind of brands and everything. So this is totally your choice. Now, if I'm talking about the career perspective, you can see something like this. There are multiple global hackathons where you can just participate in. You can just I'm really sorry, so start here. So you can just participate in this hackathons, and you can just competitions and everything. If you will see the cash prizes now, your brain will get amazed. You will get amazed seeing that these the looking at the cash prize. You can see was the first cash prize $20,000. That will be something around 15 lakh rupees, guys. 15 lakh rupees for making one filter. Nikhil, 15 lakh rupees for making one filter. You can get. You can achieve this. Even if you are in the top 500, you can earn $300. That would be something around 500, $300. That would be something around 20,000 rupees. Just for making one filter, you can just earn 20,000 rupees. And also, like if you want to go with the remote purpose, and if you want to work remote, if you want to skip your 9 to 5 job, I highly suggest you to go and start working with the Spark here, because immense opportunities are here. You can reach to at an incredible level where you would be having, you will see everything very sorted, and a little bit everything on a easy pace. So you can also, like, just a couple of weeks back we got a chance to meet Alisha and Shikha. These are the they have invited us on the Meta Facebook office in Gurgaon. We have joined them from Gurgaon. Some fellow creators were also there along with me. So we have joined. We have had a talk around the Spark. Yeah, we really had fun going to Meta Spark. Meta office. So these are some good things. These are some extra perks that you can just earn by doing the Spark here. So this I'll highly suggest go with this Spark here. I'll highly suggest so you just don't have to put something a burden kind of thing. If you're if you are giving some 20 minutes of your day into for the Spark, it's that more than enough. I'll suggest more than enough, because if you are making one filter a day, you can learn. You will your thought process will get elaborated. I'll suggest. So yeah, just enjoy it, guys. And thank you, Shumit. Thank you, Nikhil, Bilavi, and everyone those who joined this workshop. It was very fun interacting with you. It was my immense pleasure to be here, to tell you something, to share my insight about the Spark and everything. I hope you like the session. Yeah, I can see the responses over the chat. So thank you, guys. Thank you for joining in. If you for the hackathon, if you face any doubts, any queries, do let me know in the LinkedIn or Facebook group. And thank you, guys. And I just thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you, Nikhil Sharma. Thank you, Nikhil Belavi. Thank you for this coming, guys. Bye bye, guys. Have a nice day. Happy learning and enjoy your coffees, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.